Assalamu alaikum. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Rabbi zidni ilma. How are you, children? How is everything is fine at your place? You are studying, you are learning, and you are enjoying your studies, isn't it? Okay. The topic that we are going to do today, if you remember, we have talked about the program development life cycle. And in this, I talk about one term. If you can recall that term, we are going to discuss this term today, and that is our structure diagram. What is it? If you recall, I had given you a brief introduction of this topic, that what is a structure diagram and what is it used for? Why is it needed? Okay, that's great. Wonderful answers. At least you remember the basic, that why, what is a structure diagram and why do we need it? So we are just learning what is a structure diagram is and why is it being used. It's used to show the top-down design. Now, what is top-down design? If you remember, we have talked about that the main task, which is divided into subtasks, so that every task is going to be handled separately and it becomes more manageable. It will become easy for the teams to work if the tasks are subdivided into subtasks, and then those subtasks are further classified into further if the division is possible. You can see for yourself the structure diagrams are hierarchical and they are showing how a computer system is going to be divided into subsystems, and every level is going to give you a more detail. Like, for example, if there are certain things which can be further subdivided, then they will definitely be subdivided to make the concept a little clearer. And if no subdivision is possible, then definitely that will be kept as the last one, because no further subdivision is possible. Remember, whenever you have something to be broken down into different parts, only then we talk about structure diagram. And in reality, we perform this activity in real life also, unknowingly. None of us have ever used this term, ever heard this term, such a structure diagram, but we all are doing this activity in one way or the other. Whenever we are given any task, be it you or be it me, we all are following this division of tasks into subtasks, which become more manageable. And this is what is the hierarchical structure that is needed to make the whole thing appear, can say, better. That is why it is always needed. Now, you can see for yourself an example just to make you understand the concept, that we have the basic subsystem, and that system is subdivided into subsystem 1, subsystem 2, subsystem 3. And just to give you a very simple idea, in this example, only subsystem 1 is further classified into subsystem 1.1 and 1.2. And these are just the levels to make you comprehend that each is if possible to be subdivided, they will be. If not possible, like for example, that is not the need, as you can see in subsystem 2 or subsystem 3, there is no need. So they are not at all divided. They are finishing at this level. I mean, it is not necessary that every system is supposed to be divided into subsystem, and then every subsystem is further classified into further, and all of them are supposed to be there. That is not at all the case. Just be cautious. It's very simple concept, and that is needed just to make your you can say design more effective. You can actually work in a better manner, and that is needed especially for if you have you can say complex problems, then definitely we are going to work on them as well. Now, just to make your concept a little clearer, an example of an alarm app for a smartphone is going to be discussed right now. You can see the alarm app is classified into 3 subsystems. The very first thing that we do, and please see that the sequence is also very important. You are definitely going to show the sequence, like you will set the alarm first. And like before I go to sleep, I set my alarm, or maybe for any activity I need to set my alarm. Maybe I have to I have to set some sort of reminder. Still, I do set the alarm. I mean, that alarm I'm using for a number of reasons. I'm even setting the alarm for my own recalling as well. Okay, I have to do this task at that time, and I have to attend this session at that time. So I'm doing that as a reminder also. Maybe sometimes I do set it as a reminder also. Checking for the alarm time, this is an activity which is done internally. And once the alarm time and the time is going to match, the alarm time, the actual time is matching, then it is going to sound the alarm. So these are three activities which are going to be done in a sequence, one after the other. And please remember the sequence is also important. And if possible, if feasible, then only they will be subdivided. And if not possible, then they will not be subdivided. So you can see these subsystems could then be classified into more subsystems. And this is going to make the concept a little clearer so we all can comprehend how the work will be done. Just the same example as we discussed, Alarm app is the basic can say system, the way we talked about in the earlier can say picture. We talked about the system was the top one, then it was subsystem 1, subsystem 2, subsystem 3. In this case, system is Alarm app. System 1 is correct. That's great. System 1 is set alarm. And you can see definitely that this has to come first. Then secondly, we have check time. Again, definitely this is an activity that keeps on happening all the time. And once the time is matching with the set alarm time, then definitely it is going to sound the alarm. So these are three subsystems which are mentioned one after the other. Set alarm is the first subsystem, check time is the second subsystem, and the third one is my sound alarm system. By the way, set alarm has two further classifications, two further subsystems. You can see there's no subdivision in check time, while in sound alarm, you can see there are further three subdivisions. So this is what is the whole idea. You can see set alarm is further divided into set time, which you do first. And definitely you are going to turn alarm on or off depending upon different situations. This is actually set alarm further subsystems. Set time is the first one, and second one is turning alarm on or off. Check time has no subsystem. There is no need happening internally by using the microprocessor. And then we have the sound alarm is going to be playing sound for 2 minutes, or maybe that is set by, you can say accordingly. Check off or snooze, and reset or clear the alarm. So these are further three activities that are linked with sound alarm. I hope that this whole thing is clear to all of us, isn't it? Is it simple? Yes. Any problem that you are facing in understanding this? Okay, that's great. Wonderful. Now we are doing example, and this is a past paper question. So, so you can see that this is basically May, June 17, paper 2-1 question that is done with, okay, now, just try to understand. A satellite navigation system is working using the destination details entered by the user. And what is the user doing? Either he is entering a new destination or he is choosing from a previously saved destination. Now, SatNav system, I hope that we all are a little bit aware of this SatNav system or satellite navigation system. This is working like if I want it to work, I need to enter the destination. What is the destination? And this destination can either be a new destination, maybe I am moving to a new place, or I am choosing from a previously saved destination. So these are the two possibilities regarding the SatNav system. Satellite navigation system will then output directions to the destination in the form of either a visual map or a list of instructions. So just go stage-wise and you can see for yourself that this is very easy if you comprehend the sequence. It is either going to output the directions by a visual map. A map will be available for us, or it will have a list of directions. A SatNav system is a satellite navigation system, or SatNav system is an example of a computer system that is made up of subsystems. This structure diagram shows some of its subsystems. Now we are asked to complete the diagram by filling in the empty boxes. Now this is the diagram. You can see the satellite navigation system is the top one. This is the basic system. That's why it is written in the beginning. It is further classified into input, destination, and the next one is blank. And from the list, from the instruction that are given to me, if you just go through them, it's very simple that basically input destination is the beginning. And what do you think will be coming in the next box, which is adjacent, which is written, which is actually blank, and above map and list? Just read the instructions once again, and you will be able to comprehend very easily. And then input destination is further classified into two parts, and they are blank. Okay, now I'm just, and it was a 2-mark question. Like every level, the students, if they have filled in properly, they were able to score 1 mark for each level, for each, you can say, subsystem 1, and then for the one, it was 1.1 and 1.2. The student had written all these answers correctly, then he was able to score 2 out of 2. If any one level he has missed out, then it will be 1 out of 2. I'm giving you 2 minutes. Go through it and fill in. Yes, done? Okay, now let's see our answers. Is my answer matching with the right one? Satellite navigation system was there, input destination was already given to me, and the next one was output directions. So you can see it's something that is again given to me. Just go through the instructions and you will be able to figure out that output directions is going to be your next option. Input destination is further classified into new or saved. As you can see from the example, so you can see a new destination is 1. Definitely it has to, and you are going to write it down on the first box. And the second one is the previously saved destination. So you can say save destination. Clear? And from here we got output actions, and I got the answer from the word within output actions to the destination in the form of either a visual map or a list of directions. Yes, are we clear? Yes. Okay, that's great. Ready for the next question? Okay, the next question, the next activity is actually the specimen paper activity. Like if you remember, whenever we are getting a new syllabus, change in the syllabus, they always send us a specimen paper, and this was a part of specimen paper 2. Now there was a little change, and we were asked to draw a structure diagram, and you can see it's a sat-nav system. Again, the same, talking about, they can quote any example, don't take that SatNav is the only system that is going to be ever assessed. You can be asked any question, but remember the way you will solve the question. A SatNav system is an example of a computer system that is made up of subsystems. Part of a SatNav system is allowing the user to enter details for a new destination or select a previously saved destination. That is one activity that the user can perform. Second activity is display the directions in the form of a visual map or as a list. Here we are asked to draw such a diagram for this part of the satellite navigation system. How many of us can do it? Okay, that's wonderful. At least try it out. I'm giving you 2 minutes. Be quick and draw it. Okay, are you getting it? A little bit of it. Okay, that's great. Which is going to be the main thing? The main system. Just let's start doing it. Let's since you have tried it, that's why. What will be coming at the top? The basic one is going to be satellite navigation. Correct. Yeah, that's great. Satellite navigation system is your main system. Then on the left hand side, it will be subsystem 1, and on the right hand side will be subsystem 2. So what do you think is going to be coming in the first subsystem 1? Okay, you are asked to enter the details. That's great. And what about the system 2, subsystem 2? Now, remember the subsystems are at the same level. So definitely the second one is going to be on the right-hand side, subsystem 2, and it will be, you can say something else like enter details is one activity, one task, and second one will be displaying the directions, correct? And then the moving back to the input details or enter details, what is going to be the subdivision of that? Are there any subdivisions here in this question for the input details or for the enter details thing? Yes, correct. It will be new destination, or you're going to select from a previously saved destination. So these are your two further classifications to further subsystems for the first one, that is input details. And for the next one, displaying the directions. Okay, hints are given, definitely. Hints are given. I have actually highlighted it for you people to comprehend this. And besides this, something similar to this one you have done. So definitely you can draw it very easily. Now let's see, is my answer matching with this one or not? So you can see, enter details, input destination, whatever. The main thing, if you're very specific, that will be the greatest thing that you're writing input destination and output directions. And output directions are further classified into map and list, as you can see. And input destination is going to be further classified into new destination and already saved destinations. So I hope that it's very much clear to all of us. Yes? Any questions? Any topic that is unclear? Anything that is unclear? Okay, that's great. Okay, now inshallah, after this, we are going to talk about flowchart. So those of you who have watched the video, that's wonderful. But the ones who haven't watched the video of PDLC, please do watch it. And inshallah, the next video of flowchart will be coming very soon. And already the videos of pseudocode are there. So keep on watching my channel. Jazakallahu khairan kaseera. Keep on liking my videos. And keep on sharing with your friends and family so they all are going to benefit from it. And please click on the bell icon so you are able to get the notifications of the videos whenever they are uploaded. Jazakallah khairan kaseera. Allah Hafiz.